Hello everybody, this is Dan from eslvietnamzone.com, and in today's video we are going to talk about a topic that is pretty controversial: discrimination in hiring English teachers. So let's get started. Native English teachers required. This is a statement seen in all teaching English job advertisements all over the world. So it seems that most of the teaching English jobs are only for those who are from the USA, England, and all other countries that are considered English-speaking countries. Is that fair? No and yes. That depends on which side of the mirror you are placed. Actually, this mirror has three sides: the teacher, the school that hires you, or maybe not, and the students. The teacher. First of all, I want to say that the teacher's nationality should not be a criterion for hiring. Of course, many non-native teachers of English find totally unfair to be rejected from the first moment just because they are not from an English-speaking country. I have been teaching English in Vietnam since 2008, and I know that it is harder for a non-native speaker of English to find a teaching job than for a native speaker of English. We live in a modern society that should offer equal opportunities to everybody regardless of someone's passport color. There is something else. There is a dark side. Most of the non-native speakers of English have an accent. Some have a strong foreign accent, some have a negligible accent. I wouldn't like to learn Spanish, for example, with someone who speaks Spanish with a Japanese accent. If the accent is not so strong, then I wouldn't mind having a teacher of Spanish who is Japanese. Besides the language abilities, a teacher should have other qualities as well, such as classroom management, for example. All other qualities have nothing to do with teacher's nationality or language abilities, and they are very important. So, dear recruiters, at least give a chance to those who are not native speakers of English. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to have a stable job for the past 5 years, otherwise I'm pretty sure I would have encountered some, if not all, of the problems I have just mentioned. The school. Schools are the ones that hire you, and teachers always blame them for not hiring them. What teachers have to understand is that schools are businesses. They provide services to their customers, and they have to make sure that their customers are happy. Only a happy customer pays money. If the customer requires native speaker of English, then the school gives him that. Sad but true. Some schools hire only native speakers of English because they want to look like high standard schools, and that is, in their opinion, the requirement for high standard schools. Schools have some other reasons for not hiring a non-native speaker of English, but the two reasons I mentioned are the main reasons, at least here in Vietnam. The students. The students are the ones who should be blamed. They usually require a native speaker of English. Are they right? Are they wrong? I have no idea. It is their right to demand certain things, such as teachers who are native speakers of English. Students usually say that they don't understand non-native speakers of English accents, but according to my experience, they don't understand any accent. Also, according to my experience, Vietnamese learners of English understand British accent worse than other accents, such as my Romanian accent. The learners are also afraid of picking the accent of the teacher who is non-native speaker of English. That is not the case. The most difficult thing is to copy someone's accent. So, dear students, stop asking where are the teachers from, because that is not relevant. Nationality does not make a teacher good or bad. Conclusion. Students are the ones that dictate who is hired and who is not. Students are the ones who pay money, so recruiters do whatever they can to make their customers happy. In our case, the customers are the students. There are many native speakers of English who apply for a teaching job, and recruiters usually choose one of them over a non-native speaker of English. The supremacy of native speakers of English over non-native speakers of English has been fossilizing in people's minds for the past 2 decades, and now it seems to be very difficult to change that conception. Is that discrimination? That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Talk to you next time.